Gamers, what is up? I am dumb. I didn't realize that the banners were already live. I'm making this video pretty late. I apologize, but I wanted to give you my thoughts. Raiden Shogun, Ayato's banner, as well as the weapon banner are live. Let's just get in with it. I think the 4 stars kind of suck. This is just the quick and dirty if you want to leave the video right now. 4 stars sucky! Raiden Shogun, mommy. Get her. If you don't have her on your account, get Raiden Shogun. Get her. Just do it. Pretty much every person who plays Genshin Impact, I don't care if you're sweaty, I don't care if you're casual, Raiden Shogun makes content more fun. She makes it easier. She can work with pretty much any unit in the game. She's god tier. If you're getting close to pity, use your Primo Gems to get a Raiden Shogun, and then you don't have to worry about it for another year or two before the next unit comes out that I will tell you to get. But she is so insanely good, it's not even funny. And that's pretty much all there is to it. But Sayu, pretty bad. No one uses Sayu. Like, almost no one. You can explore with Sayu. She's never the best option in any sort of combat situation. She's not a great support in almost any situation. She's a fine healer in some situations, but overall, she's just not great. And even with Constellations, she's just not that great. She just isn't. No one uses Sayu. If you are complete in love with her, with the Verdescent set, I can understand how she could work. But there's better options. Rosaria. I feel like Rosaria is also always like right in the middle. Even with good constellations like C4, C6, like if you're far into it, you've got a lot of the passives along the way, you know, durations on her abilities, yada, yada, yada. She's still kind of mid. She can work in some freeze comps. You could use her with Ayaka in some different freeze comps. She can provide some good energy if you got like a Favonius Lance. And it seems like just how quickly she could spam her abilities. It's kind of nice. But she's never this like shining beacon that everyone hypes up and uses everywhere for whatever reason. She's just not quite there. And then Kujo-Sara is a bit of a clunky mess. She doesn't feel very good to play, unfortunately. I've got her built. She is my favorite, like visually. I think she's one of my favorite characters in the game. She's smoking hot. And, you know, she's got some cool talents overall. The fact that you can use this ability and you can buff up people's attack, that is awesome. It just doesn't feel great to use, and she's really bad at generating energy unless you do these clunky charge shots in the middle, and I don't know. I don't think many people like playing her. But they see this constellation, and they think, Raiden Shogun plus this OP? It is. It's really strong if you want to one-bang enemies and take a really big screenshot. But in the grand scheme of things, there's also the argument that other units doing damage, like if you just threw a Xing Cho into your team or like a Shang Ling randomly, the amount of damage they do could probably compete with the bonus damage your Raiden Shogun is now doing, kind of thing. I don't know. She's fine, but even at C6, I don't use her that much. I don't like the setup. I don't like the feel of her. I just don't want to recommend her. And because you could go and get Sayu, Rosaria Sayu, one Kujo-Sara. It could take you tons and tons of wishes to even get this, if you even get it. There is no pity. I will never recommend you hunt down a unit like this. Just don't do it. It's too risky. You should get yourself a Raiden Shogun. She's super good. You don't need her weapon. You can use the catch. You can use a Skyward Spine if you've got it. If you have this thing, I mean, it's not great, but you could use this. Well, actually, it is kind of good because you got crit rate. But this is a free weapon you can use. Super cracked. If you wanted to, you could use Favonius Lance, I suppose. But, like, you do want to give her some damage. If you did have some sort of Staff of Homa, you could do it. But the catch is cracked. It is very, very strong for her. I have the Engulfing Lightning. I've got a very strong Raiden Shogun, I think, overall. 66 crit rate, 150 crit damage, 248 energy recharge. She's got a bunch of electro damage. I think she has to be in your party for me to see it. She beats everything in the game and makes it easy. She is so goddamn powerful. She provides energy for everyone else. Here's the thing, though, is number one, I don't want you to get constellations. I don't think you want a lot of 4-star constellations. But the thing is with Raiden Shogun, she is so good. Everyone hypes up C2 because it makes her busted. She hits harder than like anyone. Why? Do you need it? If you want the most meta account ever, whatever. Do whatever the hell you want. But I honestly feel like she makes the game so easy without constellations. If you build her, if you put some time into her artifacts, she will carry your account. Everyone should have this unit because she works with everyone. She works with her. She works with him. You could put them together if you want to. You could put them together if you want to. It doesn't matter who you choose. She works. Is she the most meta thing ever? Maybe not. Does she work great with Ganyu? Okay, no. Maybe not. But you can put her with pretty much anyone in the game and you have a winning team comp. Literally invaluable to your account. So I'm going to recommend you get her. Okay? Now, the other banner is Juicy Papa Ayato. Let's just take a little gander. Ayato, here's mine. I've got the Jade Cutter. Okay, gives me a bunch of crit rate. Here's my stats. Okay, 93% crit rate, 214 crit damage. I'm critting all the time. I've got my Hydro damage. I like Ayato a lot. I think he's very comfy to play. I think he does some really good damage. Some of my fastest domains are with my Ayato and Shangling. Some of my fastest Abyss clears are with my Ayato. I like him. But there are arguments that Child does whatever Ayato can do, maybe better. At least for single target. Actually, no, for multi-target, he's incredible too. Child is really good. I just like Ayato. I like his playstyle. I just like to turn off my brain, press E and go, and attack. If you've got a Jade Cutter, they also, before he came out, they did like a little bit of a buff to like his HP scaling or something like that. I can't remember what it was, but they also changed Hydro Resonance to give more HP. So if you have a Jade Cutter and you're using Xingqiu and him or Kokomi and him, if you get the double Hydro going, you can actually get a shitload of damage out of it. Like it's actually pretty damn good. That's a comp that I don't mind using. Is sometimes I'll do like Ayato and then Kokomi, and then I get that Hydro bonus, and then like Nahida and Shangling. It's really really strong. Do you need this guy? Is he a game breaking gamer? I think he's good. I really like him. I put him above quite a few units. But a DPS is a DPS is a DPS. If you want a Hydro damage dealer, do your thing. I would recommend him over quite a few units. But honestly, I feel like the gap of DPSs has closed a lot because of Dendro being added. There are units like Kaching that apparently with a dull blade can slap. There are units that used to suck that are now incredible. And there's units that were really good that are now even better. And I honestly would just recommend, especially for DPS units, if you pick any of them, any of the 5-star damage dealers that infuse their weapon, you'll win. And if you pair these supports that work with them, the Shanglings or the Xingqius or the whoever it is, you win. So my recommendation is if you like his playstyle, if you like his style, do your thing. I use him a lot. I really, really just like to do this. It's got a huge AoE. I suck everything up and I just murder everything. I like the fact that this is just always going. I don't need any energy. By the time I swap through everyone and I do all my shields and all my little thingies and I come back to him, he's got his ability again and I cha-cha-cha-cha-cha! But, I don't know. Every DPS feels like that. You put them on the field, they do a bunch of damage. Is what it is. Some people... they hail Ganyu, Hu Tao. There's some other DPS that get a lot of hype. But if you hate doing charge shots, you're not going to like a Ganyu. You know what I'm saying? So have fun with the game. You could beat the game with so many different units that I just recommend that you go for the fun factor. Except for Raiden Shogun. Get her. Because she is pretty fun, I think. And she just carries everyone's account. She's busted. She's stupid. Now... the weapon banner. I think that his weapon is very niche, especially for Ayato. It's one of those weapons that not a lot of units can use. They can't use it as good as him, at least not yet. There's not many. And so if you miss the engulfing lightning and you get this weapon, unless you've got Ayato, you might be salty. If you've got him, do your thing. You're a happy camper. Is what it is. Engulfing lightning is really good, but the catch is also incredible. And, you know, you can waste a lot of wishes on these weapon banners. I never really hype them up, but this one especially, even though this is good, it is a nice little weapon for her. Do you want this weapon? Is this going to be a waste of Primo Gems for you? Just be careful. And then, you know, it is what it is. It's the weapon banner, all the 4 stars. I'm sure you can find a place for them. Favonius Lance, if you had Rosaria, is pretty solid. Favonius Lance, you can get quite a bit of energy out of this thing. Is this the Widset? No, this is the Sacrificial, right? Am I dumb? I literally I literally don't know what book that is. Why can't I picture that? Oh, it is the Sacrificial Fragments. I don't know why. It reminded me of the Widseth. Sacrificial Fragments is fine. You can throw it on your Sucrose. This weapon, I don't see a lot of usage, but it's maybe because people don't have constellations. Same with the bow. I think they can be good for like burst damage units, but doesn't get used too much. Lion's Roar can be good with Kaching, and that's mostly where I see that, but there's not much more to say. I'm just going to shut my mouth, and I'm going to move on. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.